We need to have a very serious conversation about your childhood because a lot of you have been living a lie and it's time to unpack it. Growing up, if you didn't have a phase where you tried to Naruto run down the school hallway or throw a makeshift paper shuriken at your sibling's eye, you're lying, bro. We all did that. We all love ninjas, but everything you know about them is basically the historical equivalent of "trust me, bro, registered." That somehow got taken as an absolute fact. First of all, let's clear the air on something that's always gets mixed up. A lot of people think ninjas were a Chinese thing.
Your phone ringing.
They weren't. Ninjas, or as they were historically called shinobis, were 100% Japanese. Japan had two main types of military guys running around. You had the samurais, who were essentially the rich trust fund kids of feudal Japan. They were the noble military class. They had strict codes of honor, wore big flashy armor, and loved whipping out their massive katanas in broad daylight for everyone to see. Real main character syndrome.
My attacks have no effect on you? Who decided that?
They wanted you to look at their equipments. But the samurai had a big problem because they were so obsessed with honor and looking good in front of the boys. They couldn't do the dirty work. They couldn't sneak around, gather intel, or assassinate a rival warlord in his sleep. It was frowned upon. So who do you call when you need to quietly enter through the back door? Here comes Shinobi, the ninjas. These guys were from the Iga and Koga provinces and they were the missionary spies and scouts who did all the gritty and dishonorable stuff. The samurai won't even touch. Now picture a ninja in your head right now. I can guarantee you are picturing a guy wearing tight pitch black pajamas, wrapping his face so only his eyes are visible, hanging upside down from the ceiling. It looks incredibly cool. It also looks incredibly stupid. Think about the physics of the color black for a second. Have you ever been outside at night? The night is not pure black, it's dark blue, grey, illuminated by the moonlights and stars. If you are wearing a winter black skin-tight onesie and trying to scurry across a grey rooftop under a full moon, you don't look invisible, you look like a giant moving ink blot. You look like an unlocked video game character. A guard is going to spot you from 3 miles away.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Real stealth isn't about wearing a BDSM shadow suit. Real stealth is about hiding in plain sight. If you're a shinobi trying to get information on a rival warlord, you aren't going to scale the castle wall at 2 AM dressed like a sleep paralysis demon. You are just going to walk through the front gate at noon. How, you may ask? By disguising yourself as someone nobody pays attention to. Historically, the best shinobis wore the ultimate camouflage. Being broke, they dressed up as everyday civilians. They would dress as monks, street performers, merchants, or most commonly farmers. Let's talk about the farmer disguise because this is where stuff really gets good. A samurai guard sees a sweaty dirty farmer walking past the castle door carrying a farming hoe. The guard doesn't care. He doesn't even look twice. Little does he know that farmer is highly trained assassin and that hoe isn't just for planting cabbages. Shinobi love farming tools. Their love for farming tools was same as your love for your anime waifu pillow lying on your bed. Enough of that. You have wondered where the weapons like kama, those little hand scythes or the nunchucks came from? They were literally agricultural tools used for cutting crops and threshing rice. If a guard searched a shinobi, he'd just find a guy holding a sickle. But the second the guard turns around, the shinobi is showing him the whole new way of using that hoe. Truly the original. Hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal.
They also dressed up as Komosa monks. They were real Buddhist monks who walk around playing the flute with a giant wicker basket over their entire head to symbolize the absence of ego. It was the perfect disguise. You could literally walk into an enemy town wearing a basket on your head, checking out all their defenses, and everyone just thought you were just going through a spiritual awakening. People back then were stupid. Have you ever been outside at night? So if real shinobis were just running around looking like average dudes and basket cases, where did the whole black pajama thing came from? Who gaslighted the entire world into believing this shit? Theater kids. I'm not joking, the black ninja suit comes from Japanese kabuki theater. In kabuki theater, the stagehands, the guys who move around the props, change the scenery and help the actors with their costumes, would dress up in all black from head to toe. They were called kuroko, which literally translates to black kid. The audience had an unspoken agreement to just pretend the guys in black didn't exist. They were invisible to the story. But eventually a playwright decided to get sneaky. He wrote a play featuring an assassination by a shinobi. But how do you surprise an audience who is watching everything happen on a well-lit stage? You arm the stagehand. Simple. Imagine you're watching a play and the guy you have been ignoring for an hour, who's just been holding a fake cardboard tray, suddenly drops the tree, pulls out a knife and stabs the main character. The audience lost their mind.
What?
It was the biggest plot twist of 18th century. But can't forget how Donald Trump in his second term gave us the biggest plot twist of 20th century. It was so popular that it became a massive theater trope. Every time a play needed a ninja, they put him in black stagehand outfit. And as Japanese art and media spreads around the world, people saw these drawings of assassins in black pajamas and thought, oh, that must be what they actually wore to work. And Hollywood absolutely ate it up. So yeah, everything you know is a lie. The legendary shadow warriors of feudal Japan weren't wearing tactical stealth gear. They were just dudes in dirty robes pretending to be enthusiasts about agriculture, sneaking their weapons into places they definitely didn't belong, and using their hose to finish the job that you guys hate so much. If this ruined your childhood, drop a like and subscribe, and send this video to your homies to ruin their childhood as well. And the next time you see a guy in a straw hat holding a rake, maybe show him some respect, because you never know. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace out.